Another week in the rotation down in the books with quite a bit of variety this week. Some rose, some tobacco, yes, a Sauvage flanker, the newest Prada release, just a little bit of everything, and a fragrance I've been needing to spend more time with that the last couple of days I've definitely been giving it its fair share of run, and it's still pretty underrated in my opinion. It's week number 103. Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday and on Monday. During the day, at the gym, out the shower, I put Prada Luna Rossa Ocean to the test. I did do a full review on it earlier in the week, and while I do think it's a good fragrance, it sure didn't blow me away. Still doesn't. I like it. I don't love it. It's definitely something I'll wear. It's definitely I recommend you try before you buy. I wouldn't put it up there with one of the top 5 designer releases of the year, but yeah, it'll crack the top 10. I believe the overall rating I gave it was a 6.5 out of 10, and I think that's a good rating for it. I think it's better than good, but not great was what I said in the review, and I still feel that way about it. It's nice. It's bright. It's fresh. It's got this watery aquatic appeal with a big blast of sweetness that I do get the whole way through, and so on. If you want to, hear my full thoughts and have me go a bit more in depth, make sure to check out the review. I'm sure I had an iCard pop up somewhere around here, but it's one that doesn't project so heavy that I couldn't wear it to the gym. Now, granted, I didn't spray it 7 times to go to the gym. I just sprayed it twice to go to the gym. I just like something bright and fresh and clean while I'm at the gym. I don't want to be intrusive to somebody working out next to me and just overwhelm them, because nobody wants to go to the gym and just smell a bunch of fragrances. That's not what the gym is for, you know what I mean? But casually during the day, work time fragrance, it's great for all of those things. Obviously, I deem it to be built more for the warmer weather, but it definitely works well here in the fall too because of that added sweetness. Just works on those crisp, cool mornings and cool evenings. During the day, out the shower, at the gym, all that good stuff on Sunday and Monday is Prada Luna Rossa Ocean. Moving into Tuesday, one of my guilty pleasure fragrances that now that it's started to cool down, I've just been wearing more and more. That being Zaharoff Signature Rosé. And actually, as of today, the recording of this video, my wife wore it today as well. This is one of those fragrances you can share with your lady for sure, because it's not the most masculine fragrance out there. Now, for a rose fragrance, it's a bit more masculine because of the oud that's in here and that incense. It's a very strong presence of this rose incense that's in this fragrance, and it's one that's kind of like glue. It just sticks to you. It never seems to go away, and even when it fades, if your body starts to heat up, it comes right back, starts projecting pretty heavy again. This stuff is just great on the skin, for me personally anyways. It never seems to fully absorb on my skin. I just end up washing it off at some point during the day, basically. And definitely sample worthy. Is everybody going to love it? No, but there's a lot of people that do, and for good reason. And you might too if you actually go ahead and get a sample. There's always a Zaharoff link with 10% off with a code in my video descriptions. If you want to get your hands on a sample, pick it as one of your fragrances in the travel set you can get, or go ahead and grab a bottle of what I deem a masterpiece. During the day, Zaharoff Signature Rosé. I got the shower. I don't know, I was just in the mood for it. I'm really loving this one. This might be my favorite blue fragrance that I've picked up this, well, not my favorite, one of my favorites for sure, because YEDP is my favorite blue fragrance I picked up this year. YEDT, I mean. But Michael Malal, Ocean Noir. I seem to keep going back to this one. This is definitely a blue fragrance that's kind of geared more towards the evenings. I'm really enjoying this one. This is another one that I did a full review on recently. Make sure to check that video out for my full thoughts, but it doesn't smell like all the other blue fragrances. It does give that ocean mist type of smell, but there's more of a darker nuance here, even though there's not really anything dark about the note breakdown. It does have this kind of darker wood slash incensey background type of accord going on for it that just adds this dark mysterious quality. That's why I deem it pretty good blue fragrance for the evenings. Definitely can wear this during the day, no problem. It's a lovely fragrance that does above average in performance. Not a real strong projector, but longevity is definitely there. Like I said, I keep going back to it. During the day, out the shower, it don't matter. But on Tuesday out the shower, that's what I went with, was Ocean Noir. Moving into Wednesday, so it got really cold this day. So I thought to myself, what fragrance would be perfect for this weather? The newest release from Happyland Studio called Homme for the Holidays Decaf Edition. This is a serious gourmand. It is so good. EJ keeps outdoing himself with these releases because Diabolique, the last release, was just phenomenal. And I thought there's no way this is going to be a better release or at least as good as Diabolique. He did it. Take the coffee away from Homme for the Holidays. Add some caramel to go with this maple accord. There's a slight boozy nature to it. There's some cinnamon and some spices. It's even kind of reminds me of pine cones in here. It just screams Christmas time, holiday season. And I did 3, so I'm going to show you the big old sprays it does. I did 3 half sprays of that. So good, my whole room's going to smell like it now, and I don't mind. 3 half sprays, beast, all day, smelling it all around me for hours and hours and hours until I took my shower that night. Get a sample and try it. Shameless 15 is still an active code to save yourself 15% on your order. Last I checked, as of the launching of this a few days ago, or about a week ago when this launched, it's a damn good fragrance, and it's perfect for the holiday season. Support a small indie house that's doing some fantastic work with creating original fragrances, because this is a fantastic original creation. Happyland Studios Homme for the Holidays, the Decaf Edition. And then, sticking with the Happyland theme, when I got out the shower, it was time for a good shave. I grabbed my Happyland Barbershop Shave Set in collaboration with Strike Gold Shave. This is my original set. The newer set, the labels don't look like this, but this has a strong enough scent strength that I don't need to spray the fragrance with it. Hence the reason you don't see me spraying the fragrance with it. I forgot how high the oil concentration is in here, but it's absurd for an aftershave splash. This stuff sticks to your skin like a damn eau de parfum does. You know what I mean? It might even be an eau de parfum oil concentration that's in here, actually, because it's potent. And it lasts a few hours too, like 3 hours or so. For an aftershave splash, it's pretty damn good. 3.5 hours of longevity out of it, and quite a bit. I mean, because I shave my head and everything, so it's all around me when I use it, but still my favorite shave set. Out the shower, had a good shave. Strike Gold Shave and Happyland Barbershop. Moving into Thursday, you know I love this one, but I forget just how much until the next wearing of it. And that being Sauvage Parfum. This is such a, I mean, it's a giant bottle, but this is such a good fragrance. Kind of underrated too. It doesn't get the kind of love that the others get. Definitely the sweetest of the line, the smokiest of the line too. That's what I really like about it. The Olibanum here just does it. There's a little bit of a citrus orangey freshness up top. It's still aromatic. Even though ambroxan is not listed in the note breakdown, I still get plenty of ambroxan here. I go very anosmic very fast to this fragrance. Within an hour or so, I'm anosmic to it. But I've had many people 8, 9 or so hours into it pay me a compliment over the life of me having this fragrance in different wearings. So it's an anosmia thing because it does fade. It gets harder for me to detect when actually it's still giving me a few feet of projection or having a strong trail several hours in. So definitely a great fragrance. It was my favorite in the line until Elixir came out. Elixir is one of the better releases of the year. Had a lot of people in my top 10 favorite pickups for the year ask me why Elixir wasn't in the top 10. If I would have did a top 15, it would have been in there. That's why I said at the beginning of the video, really I should have did a top 15 or top 20, but I didn't want to make a 35-minute video. Apparently I should have. Because, yes, it is one of the best releases of the year, and it is one of my favorite pickups, but I've picked up like 100 and some odd fragrances this year. Some stuff's not going to make the top 10 no matter how good it is. So, this is nothing short of amazing, though. Like I said, this was my favorite in the line until Elixir came out. Elixir's some really good stuff, but don't shortchange the Parfum. Get a sample and try it if you can. It might end up being your favorite in the line. And then when I got out the shower, I was wearing all this heavy stuff during the day and previous day that I figured I want something bright and fresh. Davidoff Cool Water Wave. One of my favorite cheap, super fresh fragrances. Very aquatic. Cool Water meets Invictus Aqua. Nothing super special in performance. It doesn't project real heavy. You can spray this one heavy. It's just invigorating. It's enjoyable. It's bright and uplifting. It's what a fresh fragrance should be, really. Underrated, overlooked, because it's not some 8-10 hour fragrance that's a unique fresh aquatic. because it smells like I said, Cool Water meets Invictus Aqua, which I really dig. I've always liked this one. And honestly, as time progresses, I just like it more and more. It's one of those fragrances that the more I wear, the more I'm prepared to grab a backup bottle at some point, but I don't want to grab one too soon because, I mean, I still have quite a bit left in this bottle. This is a 125 ml, but I love this stuff, especially during the summer. This is an awesome summer fragrance. It's great as a refresher. It's great as a gem fragrance. It's definitely great out the shower. Out the shower, Davidoff Cool Water Wave. Moving into Friday, the fragrance that I keep going back to since I got it. I mean, 2 awesome releases this year. There's no way around it. Zaharoff Signature Tobacco. You can see that juice level starting to rapidly drop because I keep wearing this one. Wife loves this one too. This is some really good stuff. And it makes me smile every time I'm seeing it, because a bunch of people have been getting their bottles now. They're making posts about it. There's channels making videos about it, all the first impressions and wearings, and it just makes me smile every time I see one of those when it's, I want to say, told you, just try it, just try it. This is really, really good stuff. Super aromatic tobacco. It's refined. It's not one of your typical sweet tobaccos, or it's not super sweet anyways. There is sweetness. It's not a super boozy tobacco. There is booziness. It's not a super smoky tobacco, but there is a little bit of smokiness. You get where I'm going. It's so well balanced and really encompasses a little bit of everything that makes a great tobacco fragrance. It's just great. And this is one, like I said, it wears light and aromatic, but it performs like a more dense wear. I love that about this stuff. Check out my full review if you want more details. During the day, Zaharoff Signature Tobacco, yet again, once again. Now, the fragrance that I deem underrated that I was talking about in the beginning of the video that I've been revisiting, that I need to spend time with, is Givenchy Gentleman Only Absolute. This is a really good fragrance. I bought it, wore it once, and just kind of put it on the shelf for a long time now. And this particular night, on Friday night, and at the recording this Saturday night, it's on my skin. I wore it 2 nights in a row. Look, this isn't winning any performance awards. It's like a 5 or 6 hour fragrance in longevity, which is solid. Average to slightly above average. I dig that. I'm good with that. It doesn't project too heavy. After about an hour and a half or so, it starts to sit pretty close to the skin. But it's kind of like taking Givenchy Gentleman and just throwing Spice Bomb in it. As weird as that sounds. Of Gentleman Only, really. It's more of Gentleman Only meets Spice Bomb than regular Gentleman. I know that's kind of wordy, but it's just an interesting fragrance because it reminds me of all of those, but so much more leaning towards Spice Bomb without being exactly like Spice Bomb. I gotta spray it again because I don't get the tobacco type of smell that you get from Spice Bomb, but I get all of the spices. I get the slight sweetness. There is a freshness up top. It has some aromatics to it to really brighten up that opening. It's really good. If you like spicy fragrances, it's worthy of owning. You can get it in that $50-ish range most of the time from discounters. It's underrated. Nobody talks about it. Really. Nobody seems to talk about this one. And I'm really, really digging this one. I'm probably going to wear it again in the upcoming week during the day. I've been enjoying it out the shower just to mix it up. I've been trying to switch away from just doing freshies all the time out the shower. Still go back to my freshies a lot. But the last 2 nights I've really, really been digging this one. Out the shower, Givenchy Gentleman Only Absolute. Finally on Saturday, one of the most versatile fragrances I own. One of the most easy wear niche fragrances in my collection. I just go back to this one from time to time. It's just enjoyable. It's Raja Parfums Danger Parfum Cologne. For the longest time, I don't even rank this among the top of its own line, but it's the one I wear the most. This is the Parfum Cologne fragrance that I wear the most from this particular line. It's just so easy. You get a little bit of everything. It's a fresher fougere, you know? You get a lot of citruses up top, a lot of bright green herbs. You get some basil, you get some rosemary, you get all of these different greens in the heart, spices, woods. There's a hint of florals. There's some tonka bean here. It's a little powdery. Does a little bit of everything for me. It's kind of one of the most complete fougeres, in my opinion, of course, that I've ever smelled. That's why it's so easy for me to keep going back to this one. It's just such an easy wear. Performance is above average. It's not a beast by any means, but it's far from weak. It's anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, sometimes even in that 9-hour range if I spray my clothes. But this last wearing, I want to say it was like 7 or 8 hours. I got out of my skin, on my skin earlier today before I took my shower and threw on my scent of the evening. This stuff is just really, really good. I mean, I wore it earlier today. It's fresh in my olfactory, fresh in my scent memory. Get a sample and try this one. Yes, the Parfums pour Homme, its big brother, is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. I will get a bottle of that one day. I have smelled it multiple times now. I will get a bottle of that one day. I have a clone of it. Alexandria Danger Zone. Pretty accurate too. But I will get the real deal because the Parfum Cologne is just such a joy to wear. You can wear this for literally anything, any time of the year. This is as signature, quality signature scent as it gets. During the day on Saturday, Danger Parfum Cologne from Roger Parfums. And then once again, tonight I am wearing Gentlemen Only Absolute out the shower. Nothing new to add that I didn't add in the previous segment for the previous day. This is the same fragrance, but it's definitely very underrated. I'll be wearing this one again probably in the upcoming week. Out the shower, Givenchy Gentlemen Only Absolute. Well, that's the rotation. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Those of you that are familiar with the format, what'd your rotation look like? What kind of fragrances did you wear this week? Did we match anywhere? At any point in time, did we wear the same fragrance? That's just a random coincidence that's not really that important in the grand scheme of things, but I like when that happens. It's just something different in the comments, you know? And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the fragrances I wore in this past rotation and you give them a spray now, might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.